In the Gospel of Matthew, in chapter 7, Jesus is finishing up his Sermon on the Mount. Well, in verse 15, Jesus says, "Beware of false prophets who come disguised as harmless sheep, but are really vicious wolves. You can identify them by their fruit, that is, by the way they act. Can you pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? A good tree produces good fruit, and a bad tree produces bad fruit. A good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a bad tree can't produce good fruit. So every tree that does not produce good fruit is chopped down and thrown into the fire. Yes, just as you can identify a tree by its fruit, you can identify people by their actions." So we know that a prophet is someone who delivers a message from God. If the prophet is false, that means they are lying about either the context of the message or where the message came from. So back then, an example of this was someone who lied to the church saying that they received this message from God when they, one, either hadn't received the message at all, or it wasn't a message from God, it was a message from someone else or something else. So here Jesus is saying that false prophets are sly and were wolves in sheep's clothing. So they had this front of being genuine, but they weren't born out of the humble obedience like true followers of Jesus Christ. It's like they had an ulterior motive. So Jesus goes on to give us this illustration or test to identify false prophets. So basically, watching a fruit tree year after year will obviously identify what kind of tree it is. But in that same way, watching a person year after year and their actions, that will identify what kind of person they are. If a tree produces cherries every single year, it is quite obvious that that tree is a cherry tree. That being said, if a person produces good and godly works every year, they are a follower of Christ. But in the same way, if they produce destructive or evil works every year, they are obviously not a follower of Christ. All of that to say, it is not enough to listen to someone's words to distinguish their identity and who they are on the inside, but you have to look at their repetitive actions. False prophets are good at making themselves sound really good, but it's all just a part of their sheep costume. Just like a greenhouse employee can put an apple tree tag on a cedar tree, but that does not make that cedar tree an apple tree. We must watch a person over time to see the fruit that they will produce. God knows what genuine sheep look like, and a wolf in sheep's clothing will not fool him.